This is More Knowledge, More Wealth with your host, Gabriel Shaheen. Gabriel is a certified financial planner and a registered investment advisor at Falcon Wealth Planning. This show does not intend to provide personalized investment advice through this broadcast and does not represent that the services or securities discussed are suitable for any investor. Investors are advised not to rely on any information contained in the broadcast in the process of making a full informed investment decision. More knowledge, more wealth on AM 590, The Answer. Now here's your host, Gabriel Shaheen.
Good day. This is Gabriel Shaheen, certified financial planner, your host of More Knowledge, More Wealth here on every weekend. I'm excited to share with you the knowledge you need to increase your wealth. Now, to the listener, you can always reach out to myself or any one of our colleagues here at Falcon Wealth Planning. Our phone number is 855-963-2526. That's 855-96-FALCON, like the bird, with any personal questions you have that you want to relate this show to your specific situation. Now, I'm a principal here at Falcon Wealth Planning, a registered investment advisory firm. We are what's called a fee-only financial planning firm that also manages money as well. But folks, we go over all important topics of personal finance. That's where you are today, how retirement looks like, going over taxes, insurance, estate planning, mortgage, renting. Folks, you name it, anything that involves a dollar sign, we specialize in. And folks, because of that, and because of here in this new year, we are offering what we are calling a financial assessment, a free financial assessment, which we typically charge $500 for. We're offering it to you at no cost, folks. Give us a call. We'll be more than happy to put together a customized assessment for you and tell you what you should be doing, where you're going, and really just giving you any possible ways where you can enhance your lifestyle, save money, and so on, folks. We have offices all across Southern California, including here in the Inland Empire. Folks, give us a call. Our phone number is 855-963-2526. That's 855-96-FALCON, like the bird, or visit our website at falconwealthplanning.com. That's falconwp.com for short. We can help put together an assessment to answer all the questions that you have, because folks, there is a lot going on right now. We've been talking about this for a while, but this good old stock market, we're at a situation right now come the sports season coming up this weekend, one of the bigger days of the year for the sports and the Super Bowl and so on. We are talking about the state of the market, the volatility of the market, the ups and downs, the lefts and rights. It's going all over the place, from government shutdown talk, from a whole bunch of other things going on with China, with Europe, with folks. There's never a shortage of things to talk about. And heck, if there was a shortage of things to talk about, you know what the media is going to do, right? They're going to start talking about Ebola or Ebola or, all these other diseases that come out here, and shortages and diseases with tomatoes or lettuce or something. That's when you know, by the way, there's nothing to talk about in the news, is when they come out with that stuff. But the point is, folks, it's what are you doing? You should be looking at what's happening right now in two ways. Either you should be looking at this like, oh no, I feel recession coming on, and you're feeling doomsday. That's one way. Or the second way is, man, I see opportunity coming. And there's really two sides to us in this type of what's happening in the market. Let me give you an example. As a professional in this industry, I look at this in two ways. The first one, as we were discussing, was I'm happy the market's dropping. I'm happy the market's dropping for two reasons. The first reason is markets are down. You get to buy. You get to sell some investments, buy some cheap. That's great. And the other reason I like it is I'm happy we have a negative 2018, the negative 6% of the market. Why? Because we went up in 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Finally, I don't have to hear people saying, when are we going to get another negative drop in the market? I don't want to keep hearing that. It's annoying, it's obnoxious, and it's nonsensical. But in a way, I'm happy the market dropped. I'm happy the market dropped to get it out of the way. And hallelujah, it's out of the way. I don't have to listen to all these bozos talking about how the market's going to drop. Because guess what? It already did. 11 of the 20 major indices dropped 20%. That's what's called a bear market. So that is a good news. Now that's one side. Remember I said there's two sides to this. So the first side is, good, I'm happy it dropped now. I want it to drop now in my 60s, not in my 80s. So that's number one. Number two, the second part to that is, that was the professional side. This is now the friend side talking. You ready for the friend side? December was a big drop, a very big drop. I mean, it dropped a lot. We're talking 15+%. That was a big drop. And I hate losing money. And my accounts, they lost money. They didn't lose a little money. They lost a lot of money. Because I'm invested in 100% stocks. Not because I think it's never going to drop. It's because I got a lot of time ahead of me. I'm not retiring anytime soon. So I do not like losing money. At the end of the day, no matter what I say, no matter what anybody says, I hate losing money. And that's the two different parts to it. But you have to decide, what are you going to do? What are you thinking? Are you deciding to buy? Are you deciding to sell? By the way, folks, if you're just joining us, you're listening to Gabriel Shaheen, Certified Financial Planner, your host of More Knowledge, More Wealth, here on every weekend, talking about all important topics of personal finance. And I was going over what's happening in the stock market and what are you doing. I sure hope you are paying attention to what's going on in the market. And I know you are. It's hard to ignore it. It's all over the news. That's all everybody's talking about, how the markets kept dropping, how everything was red. It's actually funny when you turn on the news and you see everything red. It's literally, sure, the Dow Jones S&P 500 is down, which is represented in red, but then the outlining of the actual TV is red. Like literally everything is red. They tell the guy on the show or the lady on the show, swap out your tie or blouse and make it red. Literally, they try to make everything red. And it's a clever marketing scheme, but you need to be smarter than that. And I think you have. I think you do get it. I think you know what comes up goes down, but the trend is up. I think you get that, even though past performance has no guarantee on future results. I think you get that. But I think what you don't get is that you have to be proactive. Now, before I continue, if anybody has questions on proactiveness, if anybody wants to talk to us, the professionals here at Falcon Wealth Planning, folks, give us a call. We are offering a free financial assessment where we would love to help. All you have to do is pick up the phone, give us a buzz. We'll be happy to do it. We got offices all across Southern California. We typically charge $500. We will waive that for you. Our phone number is 855-963-2526. That's 855-96-FALCON, like the bird. Call us with any personal questions that you have that you want answered to put together a full financial plan that makes sure you're doing everything right. Because here's what we see, and we see this a lot, unfortunately. We see that in times of volatility, the massive down drop in December, we see people do nothing. They're not buying, they're not selling. And heck, I guess if markets are dropping, doing nothing is better than selling. Why would you want to sell when the markets are low? That's crazy talk. That's crazy. You know what? Let me give you an example of that. Let's say you go to Macy's. You have a shirt on right now. I sure hope you have a shirt on right now. But nonetheless, you have a shirt on right now. Let's say that shirt is a whopping $30 for that shirt. That's an expensive shirt. Now, let's say that shirt of $30 is now on sale for $15. If you liked it at $30, you better like it at $15. So you buy that shirt. You buy when it's on sale. Let's say that shirt drops from $15 to $5. Holy smokes. That shirt is now $5. Well, maybe you don't need a third shirt, but maybe you buy the same shirt with a different color. But folks, Macy's is never going to give that shirt away for free. And that's why with a globally diversified portfolio, you invest that way. Because it's not like you're buying Radio Shack, Sears, or Toys R Us where they can go to zero. You buy a globally diversified portfolio where that would never go to zero. This is the key to investing. And this is unfortunately what people don't understand. Now, I said that that's why you buy when the markets are low. For that example I gave you with Macy's. Let me explain to you why you don't sell when it's low. Let me reverse engineer this. Let's say you bought that shirt at Macy's for $30, but now you want to return it. Now, let's say you don't have a receipt. Would you want to return it when it's at $15? Or you want to wait till the sale's over and get back $30? So would you rather return it and you paid $30, you would rather get $15? No, wait till the sale is over and get your original $30 back. Unfortunately, a lot of people go and return it when it's on sale, when the market's dropped. Now, sure, I understand return policies and all that fun stuff, but that's not the point. The point is understanding the practicality of how markets work. And it's crazy how some people don't do that. It's crazy how some people do not prepare enough to understand there's a strategy of when to buy and a strategy on when to sell. And most people are good at one of them. I mean, and when I say good, I use that word loosely. That means you're lucky at one of them, because nobody knows when to buy and nobody knows when to sell, because it's all based on information at that time. And information changes. It changes by the second. It changes with an earnings call. It changes with news, lawsuit, anything that comes out there. So for you to think you can make a decision on when to sell or when to buy, and you can do it better than I can, or you can do it better than everybody else in the global markets, is crazy. It's truly crazy, or you're just lying to yourself. I mean, either way, it's wrong. And the point is, what you need to understand is you have to have a disciplined strategy when markets are going up, down, left, and right. And having a global strategy is so vital. It's so important because, folks, it can save you hundreds. It can save you thousands. It can save you tens of thousands. It can save you hundreds of thousands, even millions, depending on your situation. And folks, if you need help making sure what you're doing is right, that you're not just buying and holding, folks, give us a call. That's what we do. We help point you in the right direction, tell you what you should be doing and how you should be doing it. Folks, our phone number is 855-963-2526. That's 855-96-FALCON, like the bird, where we can help tell you the proper strategies where you don't follow those common mistakes that people make. You hear it all the time. You know what you're supposed to do. You know what you're not supposed to do, but you get emotional, which makes you human, which in turn makes you normal. Now, folks, what I want to talk about is what the strategy should be when times are down, what you should actually be doing. And it first depends on how you should be investing. So I'm going to go over a handful of things of how you should be investing and how you should be managing the money, especially when time is volatile, folks. We're going to go on a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the secret way to take advantage of this volatility and the things that you should be doing. Folks, stay with us. We'll be right back after a few words. This is Gabriel Shaheen, Certified Financial Planner, your host of More Knowledge, More Wealth. That's on every weekend. We're here on Sundays at 5 o'clock covering all important topics of personal finance. We're going over retirement planning, making sure you're prepared for retirement, Social Security and strategies, real estate, taxes, avoiding them now and in the future, investments, reducing fees, commissions, and so on, insurance, and estate planning. Folks, we are offering a free financial assessment that you could take advantage of. We have offices all across Southern California, including the Inland Empire. Give us a call to take advantage. It's a $500 offer. Our phone number is 855-963-2526. That's 855-96-FALCON, like the bird, or visit our website, falconwealthplanning.com. That's falconwp.com for short. Enjoy the show. We're on 5 o'clock every Sunday. We look forward to serving you.
AM 590, The Answer.
Welcome back, folks. This is Gabriel Shaheen, your host of More Knowledge, More Wealth, here on every weekend, talking about all important topics of personal finance. And today we're talking about the volatility in the market and the way you should be taking advantage of these volatile times, the way you should be managing your money, how you should be investing, and so on, because most people are doing nothing at all, which is crazy as that sounds, because the markets are going up and down. Shouldn't there be some opportunity available to you when markets are moving? You would think so. What I'm going to share with you is a few things that I recommend that you should be doing that a lot of people don't. And folks, if you need help with this, if you want to take advantage of our free financial assessment that we do typically charge $500 for, our phone number is 855-963-2526. That's 855-96-FALCON, like the bird, where we can help answer any questions that you may have that you want to relate this show to your specific situation. So kind of the first thing you should do, especially when you see that markets are down, when you see that everything is red. I don't care if you are 16 years old or 81 years old. What you should be doing at that time, as assuming that you are still working. Now, I don't know a lot of 81-year-olds that are still working, but if you're still working, I would recommend to increase your 401k contributions by double. Let me explain. If you're putting in 10%, I would recommend going 20% contributions into your 401k. Max that out. Now, you can't max it all the way unless you're making $500,000 a year, but the point is, I would put in as much as possible when the markets are down. Why? Because you want to buy on sale. And if you make $100,000 a year, which God bless you if you do, that's a lot of money. If you put in 10%, that means you're going to put in $10,000 a year. Okay, it averages out to about $850 a month, averages out to about $425 a paycheck. If you double that, you're going to put in $20,000 a year. Now, once the market rebounds, whether it's a 3-week period, 3-month, or 3-year period, my recommendation is then to go ahead and change back your contribution. And if you're lucky, you would have not been able to feel the missing $10,000 that you would be contributing to your 401k. So if you can live life without that money that you increased, then great. Now you're saving more for retirement. But the point is if you truly can only afford $10,000 a year, then, and if you, in the first 3 months, save $5,000, half, then I want you to adjust your 401k downward, where for the remaining 9 months, the remaining 3 quarters, you're only contributing that $5,000. So were you just for the year, yet again, still $10,000. But what did you do during that period? You bought a lot cheap. You bought your 401k at a great time when the markets are low. And if it keeps dropping, keep buying. So if it drops in quarter number 2, that means in 6 months, you already spent that $10,000, which means at that point, then I would stop contributing for the rest of the year. Now, please check with your 401ks at work for contribution, matching, and so on like that to make sure it's, you're not missing out on free money. So that's number 1. Number 2, assuming you're properly invested, because I said that prior to the break that I'll give you the secret to investing, is you want to make sure you are diversified in every single asset class available to you. Now, listen, that doesn't mean every single fund that's available to you, because some of the funds out there have what I call redundancy. It's the same fund many times over. What I'm talking about is you want large companies, medium-sized companies, small companies, international companies, global companies, folks, large caps, small caps, value companies, growth companies, throughout your whole portfolio. You want to make sure you have that diversification. It's so crucial to achieve the financial goals that you want, because what that happens if you have a globally diversified portfolio is those investments go in different directions. There's always something going up and there's always something that goes down. That's just the nature of how your investments are formed. So what I'm recommending at that point of time is if you are investing and your portfolio is going up or down, by being globally diversified, you're able to capture anything that happens in the market at all times. At all times. Folks, you know what that's like? That's like betting on every team on the Super Bowl before the year starts. Some of the payouts are 50-1 with only 30 teams or 32 teams, one of the two. You get my point? Some of them are 100-1 odds. And if you bet on every single team, you're guaranteed you're going to have a winner. So folks, these are things that you have to do for investments. You can't afford to lose everything. You have to be globally diversified. Now with that comes the strategy. By the way, folks, if you're just joining us, you're listening to Gabriel Shaheen, Certified Financial Planner, your host of More Knowledge, More Wealth here on every weekend, talking about all important topics of personal finance. Folks, right now I'm talking about diversifying your portfolio. And folks, if you need help building your portfolio, designing it for you, telling you what you should do, how you should be invested, how you should be diversified, how you should be taking advantage of the volatility in this market, folks, give us a call. This is what we do on a daily basis. This is our job, our career. We take this very seriously. And we are offering a free financial assessment where we can even build this for you with no cost. Folks, we grow ridiculously off referrals. So give us a call and spread the good word of what we do. Our phone number is 855-963-2526. That's 855-96-FALCON, like the bird, where we can help answer questions that you have on how to do this stuff, because I don't know what you have in your 401k, 403b, 457, IRA, investment company. I don't know what options are available to making sure you're avoiding high fees, high costs, high commissions. I don't know any of that stuff. So when I say get a globally diversified portfolio, please make sure that your situation is different from the other person that's in the same household as you, let alone different work, different financial situation, and different investment advisors that they're working with. All I know is that most investment advisors don't even bother to do this stuff. They're too busy. Why? Because they don't get paid on when they buy and they sell and rebalance the portfolio and get you globally diversified because they're commission-based. They already got paid initially. That's why I'm going to ask you, have you gotten any trade confirmations from your companies? Not the normal rebalancing one that happens on a quarterly basis, but I'm talking about the actual. Have you gotten an actual intra-quarter or a rebalance or a notice or an explanation from your 401k company, your investment advisor, or any type of person that's helping you with your finances? Because if you have not, opportunity was missed. It's gone. You missed it. There was a 20% swing in the market, and if there was nothing done, then you missed it. It's unfortunate, but I guess it's only money. I mean, just seriously, guys, you can't just continue to put your head down and thinking things are going to change or things are going to magically work out. And you may even think that. You might have a few $100,000 or maybe $1 million. God bless you. But think about how much more you could have had if you were proactive with this. Like we said, you're going to need shirts always. You're going to need undershirts always, undergarments. But if it was on sale, how much more could you save if you bought it on sale? And the compounding effect of that throughout your working career and throughout the rest of your retirement and your rest of your life. These are the things you have to take into heavy consideration. And this is the purpose of what I'm talking about. When markets are low, you buy. And by having a globally diversified portfolio, you have to know what to sell. And if you have every single investment out there, every single index that's out there, and folks, I'm not talking about the 30,000 different stocks that are out there. I'm talking about the 20 major indices that are out there. If you have that, you would be properly prepared for any market swing. You will properly benefit with this long term, not even long term, even in the short term. Heck, the amount of money that people lost in December, if they properly have rebalanced it properly, they've already made their money back. Think about that. First 3 weeks of the year, you made your money back in a globally diversified portfolio that's half stocks and half bonds. And the market's still not back where it was. But why'd you already regain your money? It's because you bought cheap. You bought the stocks as they were down. And this is extremely important to know that. This is what we're seeing with our clients. We're the ones pulling the triggers. We're the one that's helping them. Folks, if you need help with that, folks, that's what we're here for. Give us a call. That's what we do on a daily basis. And on top of all that, we're giving you 1 to 2 hours of our time at no cost. We typically charge up to $500 for that. Our phone number is 855-963-2526. That's 855-96-FALCON, like the bird, where we can help put this together for you to make sure that you don't have to just go ride the wave of the markets going up and down. I mean, my goodness, aren't you sick of that? Wasn't there a way? You say this, I bet you somebody's making money off this market. You bet in a rear somebody's making money off that market. Those who are working with a professional. And it's sad because you think you have to have lots of money to work with a professional. There's a reason the rich stay rich and the rich get richer and middle class gets poorer. It's because you may think you don't have what it takes to work with a professional. Well, you know what? I don't like just helping rich people getting rich. I like helping middle class get rich. And it's possible, guys, and there's no trick to it. You just have to be disciplined and know what you're doing. And unfortunately, that takes time, that takes effort, and that takes education. And if you don't have those three things, folks, that's why people hire a professional. But even before hiring them, folks, we are offering 1 to 2 hours of our time. We normally charge $250 an hour. That's why we say it's a $500 assessment, up to a $500 assessment. But folks, we will give you 1 to 2 hours of our time at no cost. Just give us a call. Now is the time to act. It's the perfect time to act. Phone number is 855-963-2526. That's 855-96-FALCON, like the bird. Folks, as we close out this show, my goodness, this was a fast show. I want to thank you for spending your weekend with me. I hope you enjoy your weekend, enjoy your time off. You can always join our podcast. Look up More Knowledge, More Wealth on your iPhones to get this episode or any one of our previous episodes. You can always reach out to myself or any one of our colleagues here at Falcon Wealth Planning. Our phone number is 855-963-2526. That's 855-96-FALCON, like the bird. Or visit our website at falconwealthplanning.com. That's falconwp.com for short. Folks, tune in every weekend as we give you the knowledge you need to increase your wealth. Thanks for listening. Enjoy your afternoon. Have a great week, and God bless.